Microsoft has a predictable earnings pattern, a pre-earnings pattern, and we talked about that in a video 4 days ago. Now, with this pre-earnings trade setup, we even created a low-risk options trade idea. The idea involved capitalizing on the delta component and the vega component of the option while trying to minimize our risk by buying and selling an option of the same strike. This was the 435 calls that we were looking at, buying the November 15th, selling the closer dated November 1st, which had the higher volatility, and at the time where we set up this trade, we were doing that for a $2.25 debit. Now currently that position is up just a little bit over $50. You can see it's been fluctuating on and off, so right around 22%, and the question is how much more can we look for inside of this particular trade? If we come into our charts, today what was interesting is price action in Microsoft breached our volatility box zones, and into the close here, we're seeing that sell-off where even the short side trade setup, which is a day trading setup, we just hit the target for that particular trade right here. So in both cases, the volatility box zones were a really nice place where that trend exhausted, and we were looking for, in this case, the short side setup. Now that's if you were looking to take it out today. If you want to continue holding it up until earnings, the trade setup that we formed was holding it all the way up into earnings to actually target that 435 price point. So if we do get up to 435, then that's where if we pin there, we would maximize the profit on this particular trade. So today, 4 days in, well ahead of earnings, all of that good stuff, you're able to close out this position for a 20% gain, a little bit higher had you close it out when price actually breached our volatility box models. You would have made even more had you not taken the idea of selling this November 1st, but I think that was a good way to help mitigate the risk on the position had we, instead of shooting straight up, gone back towards that 410.23 level that we were looking at. Now, if you remember, this position has upside room all the way up to 462, and it doesn't feel like we're going to hit that well before the expiration cycle. So it's not that I'm worried about. It's more a question of, do you take that 20% profit today, or do you continue to wait till 435, which was our original game plan? Depending on how patient you are, if you can wait to 435, I think that still makes for a solid target. But for those of you that were looking to capitalize on the VB levels and take advantage of a quick gain 4 days into that trade, today was a really nice day to do exactly that, with Microsoft up what was a little bit greater than 2%. I hope you found today's video helpful. Market's about to close here in 3, 2, and 1, and that brings us to the end of trading for Tuesday. I hope you found this video useful. For those of you that took advantage of this options trade idea, well, I think today and tomorrow as we get closer to 435 will be some nice places to take the exit off on that position. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you in our next update.